I didn't even know it was our dog. That's how different his voice was, or the sound of his bark. I just said to myself, don't panic. The first thing that came to my mind was, how do we get him into the house? If he was a human, we would have called an ambulance.
He would chase after the baseball to get exercise. They even said he was physically fit as a dog. He just fell over, screaming and hollering as though somebody had shot him or he got hit by a car or something. With that said, my wife had heard it and she came on out. At this time, I'm in tears, troubled, bothered, not knowing what's wrong, because when I walked up to him, he just fell over and his eyes were kind of open and just glaring at the sky. I didn't know whether he was alive or dead. I thought maybe he had a massive heart attack. The next thing you know, he's sitting up but he's in pain. I knew then that the way he was holding his leg, something broke. So then my wife came on out and she was able to toss me a blanket to put underneath him to be his other leg, but it was so painful he was unable to do that. So my wife said, start walking toward the house to see what he does. On 3 legs, he hopped all the way about 40 yards and then into the doorway, and he flopped down into the house. So at that point, they have what they call an overnight veterinarian hospital not far from us. So we took him there, and then they told us that there was nothing we could do, but they gave him something for pay for 24 hours.
When we got to the vet, they took an x-ray, and she said, you're going to have to drive an hour away to an animal hospital that does surgery. He needs surgery. She also informed us that if we cannot afford the surgery, we could have his leg amputated, and any vet could do that for us. But she also recommended that we go see the specialist.
The next day we took him to the animal veterinary hospital.
After the vet explained the surgery to us, I asked him if he would have an antibiotic to take home. And the vet said no. I said, I want to know what kind of antibiotic he will have during the surgery and whether or not it is a fluoroquinolone. I said that I was in a wheelchair because of the side effects of antibiotics. He assured me it would not be a fluoroquinolone. And he added that they use a lot of fluoroquinolones in their practice, and they do not affect animals in the same way that it affects humans. And I thought, don't they bleed like us? Don't they have tendons like us? I was not too confident in what he had to say. But on the other hand, I was relieved that he was not going to use a fluoroquinolone. Please comment below if you are concerned about the side effects of antibiotics in your pet and antibiotic resistance. The X-ray showed 2 cracks in the elbow. Apparently, when he was a pup, the bone did not grow properly, so he had an underlying problem. It wasn't just a freak accident. The surgeon took an X-ray of his other leg to confirm that and fixed him with a pin, screw, and a washer. I wish they would have warned me that this side of his body was shaved, because I thought it was gauze from the surgery. The attendant didn't even point out his stitches to me, which are right here. And I thought the stitches and the surgery was under his paw. As it turns out, we were told at the 2-week checkup this was an unusual way to wrap up his paw after surgery,
and the vet did apologize. My husband saw the stitches before I did. The paw was bent and wrapped so he wouldn't put weight on his broken leg. The whole ordeal was stressful on us all. I wasn't about to stay home, so my husband had to help me out of the car with my wheelchair, then help the dog out. We left with 3 medications for pain and something to keep him calm, and several pages of instructions. To keep the bandage dry from rain and urine, we were supposed to cover it with a plastic bag every time he went outside, but sometimes we'd forget. I was nervous before the surgery about running into him with my scooter. Now I was getting stuck in the hallway with his collar on. The collar was to prevent him from licking his stitches. He's not supposed to walk around the house, so this room divider really came in handy.
We just got him checked out and everything is successful. And he goes back for a checkup in a month or so. We just were very thankful to God, and we're thankful for the veterinarians and the people there. They were great. So, yes, I'm just very thankful we didn't have to amputate his leg.
Hit like and subscribe to raise awareness about antibiotics.